feet here with the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
It's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
It's on first down. Throw right side, caught by Smith.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes ended in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
To the line they come, second down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Steps up and he's with it. And they finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 10-foot. It's a 13-yard play. Two set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Starts running. Breaks across midfield. Hits the opposing territory. Hurts gives himself up after getting that first down.
Case this offense didn't have enough to contend with. They got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
First and 10 from the 43. They run it with Saquon Barkley. This run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run and you may come back to. Because if you're that close to taking off an explosive one, really break the back of the defense.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes second and 2. Hurts now from the gun. He's running with it. And Hurts gives himself up after getting that first down.
inside and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
The Eagles inside the red zone for the first time. They've got 1st and 10 right along the 20. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Okay, that's a run that's all home on the stat sheet. If you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it's going to be because of a play front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap for Hurts. This one snagged by Goddard. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route to cadence. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and come right inside. It's a good one. Reset those chains.
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. Here's Hurts. Dumped off to his running back. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
He specializes in salvaging plays out of the backfield. He couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Second and goal, backed all the way up to the 14 here. Hurts looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
There's no question, Kate, big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short coverage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal. Third and long for him here. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. Defense is down, completing this stage. It's 4th and goal.
All right, first set. First drive is defense, and now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks in this league, that leads to wins.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. This only a chip shot from the right hash. connects there. And the game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
If they can keep moving that ball the way they did on the opening drive, he's going to be called upon, I'm going to guess, Kate, for more than just field goals. Probably some extra points, too.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. That's taken in at the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. They'll be let out by the Louisville products. I know those folks are as are the Texas Tech and Morgan. Here's Tyler Shaw.
It is really obvious. Tyler has nothing to prove about his dedication to the game. He put his body on the line collegiately. He got that covered. A 7-year career in a couple different stops. Evaluators, they left grit. Tyler's got a lot of it.
Saints to the line now. First and 10. Tight end in motion right. This is Alvin Kamara with it. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointment run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. They stay on the ground with Kamara. He gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Zach Bond in on that tackle against the team where he started his NFL career.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to NFL, not everyone a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Shop working for front. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that brings up 4th and short. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, they're headed off the field early.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
So 4th down, and here comes Ty Kroger to punt for the Saints. Back deep for the Eagles. His work begins at the 31. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
The Eagles take over first and
Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal. Eagles, a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. And it's not just your quarterbacks, Brock, who are got memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Run, back. No time to dwell on it. You gotta line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock him backwards.
Run loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. They go play action. Here's Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's good. All right, Eagles down. A gain of 19 yards. And an Eagle first down.
I know the combine tries to test everything physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
1st down from the 42. Completed over the middle.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. Deeper options, there's their consistent source of positive yardage. Trusty tight end.
Eight yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Hurts to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he stopped almost immediately after that catch. He's down at the... They come through with a nice game there. Gain of 10, 1st down. Now, a strong partner. The imagine will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Pistol get. And managed to contain him. Pick up. Lante Taylor made out. We're back on EA Sports. Still early this this one as we pick action here in the first quarter. Option play, they give it to Barkley. And they're going to have first and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
Barkley. Gain of 17 yards. That's another Eagles first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but a chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5.
Saquon Barkley, the Eagles.
It's 2 yards on the gain, and now it'll be second and goal.
And everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in that great spot, and can't wait to see what they hear on second and goal.
Second and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Philadelphia. The Eagles with their early lead to 9. With a touchdown. Just a great effort there from him. Taking upon himself, embrace the and turn that drive into 6.
Okay, there was a day when you were watching Stevie and I felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's today. It feels like every quarterback's got to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense that every single team relies upon.
Now Jake Elliott on to the point.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
This New Orleans offense readied up for its second drive of the contest. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. Only able to get back to the line on that 1st down play, so no gain.
Tyler Shook on the keeper.
Nice little welcoming play waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was great.
10 at the 23-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Shook. This is reeled in by Taysom Hill. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
I may love watching a great throw. I love watching a well-done route to Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 is the 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Off the play action, Chuck. No one open, it looks like, so he's just going to chuck this to a different parish.
Incomplete.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. Kamara running out of the gun. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, bigger gap in the future.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. throw. It's a big strike to Hill. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. First down.
It's a gain of 35. That's good for the Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
First and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Good throw here. Well, the pressure nearly got. Still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Pass.
This is why we hear about closing speeds so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Couple sergeants and lieutenants for the get back. This revolution been televised. I fell through with the knickknacks. Young, get your chili up. Yeah, I meant that. Hey, black
Still working from the 30 as they line this up. Second and 10.
Hey, what's up, though? I hit him.
On. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And that's going to...
That's exactly what man coverage look like. DBs, well, they're on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets hard. But it's sweet. It's not simple. It is tough to lock down full field.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker. 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, to make a play in the open, keep it short like that, I promise you, the money will follow.
Y'all can't talk about basic. Who's money, more Power Ranger? Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk outrageous. Don't you talk the matrix.
All right, down a couple of scores. They want a bigger swing than just 3. They're going for this.
Can't hear it no more. Dinner to the man.
Running for it, Camara. He's got it. That's going to be a first and more. And he's going to have this down to the 7. They stun this defense. They pick up 14 on 4th, and they pick up the first down, too.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
That's simply a bet being made that not only is your call or scheme better, but that your players just want it more than the big fellas on defense do. And clearly on that one, they did.
Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Play action. Your shot. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
Pass. Intended for Taysom Hill.
On the same page with his tight end.
Brings up second
And that makes it second and goal.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So the incompletion on first. Here's second and goal. They run it from the gun with Camara. He's getting driven backwards. This is going to force him into third and goal. They sent with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Just clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary case? C for corner and AT for attack. Exactly what he just did.
Defense bringing in a fifth DB, third and goal. Third and long for him here. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
Intended for Mason Tipton. Incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes him close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas.
Now we'll have a field goal try coming up for the Saints. High percentage look here from the left hash. Smith able to put it through. Now bring it back to
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking out there field goal, not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
This man has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. He stopped the run back to the 27. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. They were able to take mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it's all over again right now.
And you know this game for years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of the call until they stop. Doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. They call the same plays until they stop them because they proved they couldn't.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards.
Still first down.
They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. A play fake now hurts the throw. Completed over the middle. And he will have this across the yard line before they manage to stop him. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
He took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. First down, a run with Barkley. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
Yeah, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, this type of play has got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. They will not play off. We're at the end of one. It's a 10-3 ball game. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. Time for their first play. Here's Hurts. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to end up incomplete. We've seen one of his passes hit the ground. Game, Brock. You've been perfect before.
Here, then you know, the team that makes fewer mistakes typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball. They still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Here on third and long.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third down. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice in the series.
From the 40-yard line now. This is first. Barkley on. Still give. And he's going to manage a low yard on that drive up the gut. Run a anchor in the secondary, making that stop.
One thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not everyone is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap for Hurts. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. Gain of 26 yards there. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. And he's able to power this forward. They stop him after 2 yards.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier.
It'll be a group's job watching the film to find all these plays. One them out to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to make them a little bigger, stretch them further. After that plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Hurts now from the gun. Oh, try and force it into the slant. It's intercepted. That's the... Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there, maybe twice with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. They're so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And with an interception like that, you just break the will of that offense and the confidence. And those are right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. The last drive did end in point. Wanted though, they had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. The drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
Alvin Kamara, the ball carrier.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. It can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Kind of more aggressive call on second.
14-yard line.
You gotta go. I said that she home watching go. We survived outside dog from the music. They like, what he on? This is Alpha and Omega. Welcome home. This is not a song. This is a revelation. I didn't get it.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second. Now Shuck to throw. Screen here for Kamara. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
And that's the defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular. When the back ended up being the target, they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. Goes for 32 yards. That's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Okay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Pistol snap here to Shuck. In trouble now, and the ball is out. And the Eagles get to it. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. And he will take it back for the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles grow their lead off the turnover. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping up that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on a scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after.
On for the point after.
He hits it true despite some issues with that snap. And the Eagles double their lead to 14.
Saints 3. Jake Elliott.
Nice
to
little
kick off for
energy on their
Philadelphia.
sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. This return starts at the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. He's running with it. And he's going to slide down here. Picked up close to 5 before the slide. It's going to be 2nd down.
Tyler shotgun.
I love that play. And that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. There's a give in. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
He's brought
Sometimes
down.
just like in the
7-yard
background,
line.
every whole home run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the line quicker. The defender may be a half step late. This would have been much, much more exciting.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Chuck now from the gun. It finds its target. And they get this down to the 44 before he stops.
It's a gain.
An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You want to become quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch. That quarterback will find you again.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Kamara now on 1st and 10. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. So early movement from the... They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards.
Still second down.
So the false start backs them up 5. Here comes 2nd and long. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Good strike downfield to Olave. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. The Saints make it a one-score game in the first half. Chris Olave with the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You give up that much yard. That's
The kicker on
The extra point. Here's Smith. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Score Eagles 17, Saints 10.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Big speed with the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Eagles take over first and 10.
Philadelphia ready to go on offense. And we'll see if they go right back to the passing here, coming off an interception they threw in enemy territory. First call here coming from the shotgun. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Throwing the outlet complete. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space. If you
3 now. Hurts looking to throw. Goddard makes the catch. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They'll say he got 5 there, but Bronco, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Nice to see that connection. Chemistry working between the two of them.
First down, Eagles.
So first down from the 41. They go play fake with Hurts. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So second down coming up. We want to pick on that last drive, partner. He is showing no hesitation.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you've thrown into coverage too many times, there's going to be more interceptions.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10. From the pistol, Hurts. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until like that. Almost no resistance off the ball, and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just caught.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. And this might be a free play. Let's see what they do. And they got to him for the sack, but I think that they might have had an unfair advantage there, Brock. Sure looked off sides, and we got a flag. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he's got talking to from his coach.
Still third down.
Penalty moves him closer. It's 3rd and 5 now. It's Hurts once again. The right side, caught by Smith. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Devontae Smith. A gain of 9 yards. That's good. Eagles, first down. A gain of 9 yards. And an Eagle first down.
As any quarterback will tell you over the course of their career, it's not easy to deliver an accurate throw is you're about to get smacked.
First and 10 now from the 46. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Everyone's prepped. Second down now. Setting up to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. Jukes away from one. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
It's not just imperative that the quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Gets it out wide, complete. Escapes a defender. 19 on that pickup. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them first down.
Keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Man in motion here. They go play action. Here's Hurts. This time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's a sack on 1st down.
Situation where I think the previous drive really affected the decision making there. He wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, he just took listen.
A lot of work to do as you're joining us for this one. We'll pick up the action back in the 2nd quarter. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he will get to that 30-yard line before they stop him. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Saints first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
It's caught right side by Johnson. And our first down only gets about a yard here, and the defender there to force him out.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage against good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They run it from the gun with Kamara. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. They stay on the ground with Kamara. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Blankenship on the tackle.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. Back deep for the Eagles, Britton Covey. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line.
The Eagles take over.
The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he stops quickly here. 2 yards on the play, and we've got 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Hurts now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's good for an Eagles first down. It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Eagles.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. More from Caesars Superdome in just a moment. Option play. They give it to Barkley. They get to him behind the line block. Looks like they're going to lose a couple on that zone read.
Chase.
It's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Heward, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
All right, here we go. Second down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Got a man downfield, and Goddard has it. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles grow their lead just before halftime. Dallas Goddard the touchdown. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles double their lead to 14.
24, Saints 10. Jake
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And the return man is hauled down. And the question now, Brock, is will we be headed backwards here? We've got a flag down.
Receiving team.
Hoping to help spring him for a bigger return, but he got caught, and it lessens the return instead. So the penalty on the return doesn't do them any favors, Brock. A lot more field ahead of them here starting out. Here's Shuck, 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Slot man in motion left. Give on 2nd to Kamara. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That one really stings, Gabe, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no.
Kai Kroger on for this punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Ooh, errant snap, but he gets what he can behind this one. Fair catch made here at the 30-yard line. The Eagles taking over now late in the first half. And with that 2-score lead, partner, they've got the option here. You can sit on it, or they could try something really aggressive. New set of downs for him from the 31. On first down, Hurts. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. That one intended for Jahan Dotson. So second down coming up. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on.
Hauled in by Goddard, left side. This gets forward a little, not a ton, to the 35. Carl Granderson in on the tackle. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. They'll throw 3rd and long. Right back to Goddard, and he's got it. And he's down after getting us up to the 41. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Philadelphia.
So first down from the 41. Hurts yet again. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he goes out. Just needs one more step there to reach midfield.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Is that QB and tight ends? They got that ball out in a hurry.
Second and 3 now. Hurts throwing again. Caught by Dotson on the slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. And again, here's Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of around 3 yards.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an outright versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation. You also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. It's Hurts once again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 12.
So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
so much, Scott. Appreciate the update as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. Got a two-score ball game here as we resume play.
Travel like LeBron, I'm a traveling man. LAX out to Baltimore, they landed in France. Play some shows out in Germany, then ball in Japan.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Saints to the running back, Alvin Kamara, trotting back out to the field. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be fiery to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead.
We've been on it like I'm picking a pride. I hit the crib with a collide, but really ain't tripping. We can get it right through the
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Shuck. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's good for the Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Counter give to Kamara. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack. Exactly what he just did.
Off the play action, Chuck. All the pocket been holding out. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Yeah, I understand that, Cole. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's going to try to drop it in, deep right. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quinion Mitchell. Well, it's a position you expect interceptions from, Brock, but not a lot of them come easier than that for a quarterback. His teammate makes the hit as the QB tries to throw it, and it really affected how that one came out.
Yeah, that corner's going to get that pick under his stat column individually, but that was a collective effort. It was all about the pass rush. And those great corners, they know it. They know it takes everybody. The guys up front doing their job, and when the ball falls harmlessly in his hands like that, well, he does his job to finish with the INT.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This is complete, downfield to Smith. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. He does it, touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles push their lead further to start the half. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown.
know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. He hits it true despite some issues with that snap. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21.
Saints 10.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Fields this one at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Saints to the line now. First and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. That's into the hands of Moreau. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. It sets up second and very manageable. And it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. First down, and they go right back to it. Great work there to evade the tackle, but the rest of the run, pretty forgettable. No gain there.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shuck working from the gun. Finds a man right side. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shuck now from the gun. He's going to run for it. He's got the first down grab and still going. And the Eagles get to it. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Eagles capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Well, Brock, you and I know after that first turnover, they were able to take back. They were looking for another one, and lo and behold, they found it.
You felt it. I felt it.
Yep.
Everybody in the stands felt it. It wasn't just good enough to get the takeaway. They wanted to one-up what they did earlier, and look at the celebration now.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Troubles with his snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Eagles continue piling onto this lead.
Saints 10.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that bumper return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The New Orleans offense set to go now. And Brock, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think just as big a goal, gotta play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a third consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in yourself as a group, right? Just to execute without the mistakes. Pros, you can shake off a turnover with ease, but back-to-back, even the seasoned vets have a little trouble getting past that.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Tight end going in motion here. Shuck now on first down. Complete over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook is wide open.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Shuck. Steps up and he's running with it. And Shuck's gonna have him the first down there as he slides in safely.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. Denied that defense, he had another chance to take a shot on it.
1st and 10 now from the 46. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 1st and 10. Here's Shuck. He calls his own number again. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. Kamara running out of the gun. And he's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means. There's room for more, and they know it.
2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Third and long. They're going to throw. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints shrinking the lead, some in the third. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
For the extra point, here's Smith.
Point after.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21.
38. Saints 17.
Smith has it on the tee and it's ready to send it flying. Bigsby with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10.
The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he'll take what he can get here, Brock, sliding down with a gain of 3. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. That second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. Yet another grab for Goddard. And he reaches the 35 before going out. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Oh, that's such a good feeling as a quarterback on an RPO, and you get to hand it, and you get to watch him take off. You know if you take advantage in the RPO game and run like that, it only makes the pass that much better.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. But let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
First down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. Hurts looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And they get this down to the 28. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them. But he was there to swarm to the ball, make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
At the Saints' 29-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Gets it out wide, complete. Well, this certainly makes the 3rd down easier. Nearly avoided it altogether. A gain of 10, right up near that marker now.
You often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. It's a sneak, Hurts. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line, no gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. When you got a tough QB, wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign him for it.
It's on 1st down. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete.
Well, that's a model trade route. If you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, go 2 routes turn.
2nd and 7 at the Saints' 15-yard line.
Second down now. They need 7. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's keeping it. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. I'll say this as well, like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Hurts now from the gun. Brings it in. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it online, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. A very short kick here from the right hash. Elliott connects there. And they're able to convert despite that errant snap.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Here comes the Saints offense. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the 3rd. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Here's Shuck, 1st and 10. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Trying to find his tight end. And now it's 2nd down.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. On 2nd and 10 now, here's Shuck. That one is incomplete. Hang on through the contact.
It's defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To the air on 3rd and long. Past the line, he's going to run for it.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and forced a 4th down.
Punting unit out now. Kai Kroger is going to kick this one away. Runs this clean at the 30. And no offense needed as they take the return all the way back for the touchdown. They have him back there because of what he can do with even the smallest sliver of daylight. And for my money, Brock, there aren't many plays more exciting than seeing a punt return for a touchdown.
You know, it kind of reminds me of the playground back in the day, right? You playing tag, and you just can't get to that guy. He's just making you miss. Whether it is, I don't know, Devin Hester, Dante Hall, the human joystick, or Cordero Patterson, those elite guys, you just can't bring them down.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again.
Saints 17.
Brock, you always tell me they're special for a reason. Quite the boost from their special teams on that score as they kick it away. Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Sending a tight end in motion left. Kamara now on 1st and 10. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Down by Jahan Campbell.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Pistol snap here to Shuck. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Shuck. Got a man, Bailey has it. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from this man. You get man-to-man coverage is really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Sidney Brown in on that stop.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up the defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's going to be the Saints with the football, but any efforts might be futile facing that deficit. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Gonna throw this from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's sack number 4 in the game for them. This one makes it 3rd down.
This defense has been doing it all, not just with the takeaways, but the pressure and what that does and how hard it is to play the quarterback position when you're taking a beating like this.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line. 3rd down. Here he goes. 3rd and long. Screen here for Kamara. He dodged the tackle. He's able to cross midfield before going out.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Now they send their back in motion right. Desperation time here on 4th. Oh, put some air under this one, right side. It's complete. This is Olave. And he's going to have the touchdown. Let's see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field.
Pass interference. Defense.
So not an easy feat by any means, Brock. Scoring on the play with interference, and they, of course, decline it and take the touchdown.
Now, you talk about it, and you love to see it, guys that can play through that contact, kind of like in basketball, right? You take a foul, but you still finish the hoop. It's the same thing with these pass catchers on the other end of it. Those that can play through contact, they tend to separate themselves.
Point after good from Smith. And the Saints get it back to a full 3 possessions now, 24 points.
Saints 24.
has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Bigsby with the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Eagles and receiver Devontae Smith returning to the field. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
The whole thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to say whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. They go to Barkley again. And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier. Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains for 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First down, a run with Barkley. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
The thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he finds just enough daylight for a 5-yard gain. It's 3rd down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Trying to get it with the option. And he's dropped just the marker, maybe a yard away.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a lot more.
Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. The Saints and Tyler Shuck just about ready for their next drive. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember. But as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget.
When you're not, you're not. You know I'm hot. How many licks till the pepper gon' pop? Told my cap it's the CEO. Then I moonwalked in a UFO. Like my shoes with a Chris.
Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Shuck looking to pass here. This finds Moreau. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Chuck now from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. And Chuck's going to have him first down there as he slides in safely.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
1st and 10 from the 43. Chuck working from the gun. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams call it the perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Here's Chuck. Completed over the middle. And this one doesn't go far.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
The Eagles go dime for this 3rd down call. Running back sent in motion. 3rd down, here's Chuck. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd down. It's a money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Down inside the opposing 30. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. Gain of 26 yards there. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
26 yards. And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And no question who won that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you to take it in the NFL.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
1st down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. That's low and bounces short of his man.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Saquon. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Offense to the line, 2nd down. Slot receivers headed left. Now Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Smith. And he's tackled for a short gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9 now, 9 is what they need on 3rd down. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. Hits him on the in route. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
Number 26,
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. There's a 44-yard look from the right hash. Elliott connects there. And that blows the lead to 27.
Here's another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
And we all like to see Chigo. So bring yourself over here, girl. And let me see you get low. If you want this dude, now take it to the floor. But if you want to act, you can keep yourself where you at.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Saints and Chris Olave ready to take over once again on offense. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
A good RPO play, it takes a lot of time. Proper decision-making from a calm, cool, collected offense. Well, that one didn't have any of it.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. To throw, Shuck. Over the middle and complete to Olave. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Shuck now on 1st down. Finds him on the slant. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They come through with a gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
1st and 10 now from the 46. To throw again here, it's Shuck. Caught left side by Vele. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 now. Shuck to throw. It's Hill. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone, and defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Shotgun snap to Shuck. And no luck there, and that throw falls to the ground. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, it hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He's going for it himself. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with 1st and goal.
When the play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally plays just like that one.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Kamara. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Saints making the scoreboard look a touch better. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. This one has been a long game, no doubt. But hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they did what, Kate? And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
For the extra point, here's Smith.
Point after.
He hits it true, despite some issues with that snap. And the Saints still have a lot of work to do, Brock. It's a 20-point difference now.
Saints 31.
Smith has it on the tee, and it's ready to send it flying. Bigsby with the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Over first and 10.
The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And even with 3 timeouts left on the other sideline, they have this one wrapped up. We'll see if they even use those timeouts. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And even on the road, this was a game they expected to win fairly convincingly. And I think we can say they've done just that, Brock, to the chagrin of the hometown fans who are hoping to see that upset. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from New Orleans.